everyone in the 7 Effects community. This is Jodie here, one of the co-founders of the 7 Effects, and look who I'm with.
Hello, I'm Daya. How is everybody?
And Daya is actually the leader of Life Design School, which is our free goals club, an online goals club open to the whole world. Hello Michelle, you're following us everywhere this morning. So in Life Design School, every month we actually start the month by setting our goals around one of the key elements of life.
Yes.
And then what do we do at the end of the month, Daya?
We review them.
Review them, yeah.
Myself and Kelly will pop in during the month to give you advice and hints and tips.
Yes.
But we also go in at the end of the month because combined with the 7 Effect, we get some awesome prizes to give people inspiration to keep going around one of those elements. So
every month there's a winner. Hi Lee, Lee's
every
here
month
as well.
there is a winner.
Yeah, it's brilliant.
Yeah.
And we were going to jump into Life Design School and do a monthly wrap up and share a little bit about the brain element while we're on our morning walk here.
It's beautiful, yes.
It is beautiful.
Yeah.
But I said today, why not do it out on our Facebook page? Give people a taste of what happens in Life Design School and encourage you, if you're struggling with your goals, to come on in and join us.
Perfect.
So what has been the theme of this month, March, Daya?
This month, so we do, if you do pop on to Life Design School, you'll get to see a little bit more, but we do follow the 7 Effects 7 elements. So the first element is brain, and that's the one we've been focusing on this month.
And what is the prize this month?
It's one of my, I like this prize because it's books, because one of my values is learning, so I love getting books, love reading them or listening to them in audio.
Yeah.
And so this month we've got $150 worth of books to send the lucky, big stack of books, to send the winner. Yeah. And they usually, you'll find there'll be books that we've read and we recommend. So we put a bit of thought into
So they're good books, they're not shitty books.
No, not shitty books. Kelly and I wouldn't do that to you anyway.
We don't allow shitty
no
books
shitty
in
books.
Life
No,
Design
that's right.
School.
No shitty books.
No shitty books, no shitty books.
Sorry, give people the wrong impression. And they're new, and they are new, everybody.
That's right. Yeah, they are new books. They're not books off of our shelf, our bookshelf that we went, this is crap. We don't want it.
Oh my God.
They're new books.
Yes. Okay.
Oh, my friend Kate Lewis is watching all the way from Queensland. Hello, Kate.
Hello, Kate.
Good morning. So I wanted to share a little bit about the brain element because, as Daya said, this is the month we're closing out. Next month we're going to do body. We've got an amazing prize for that month as well. Jump into Life Design School to find out more about that. But I've been studying, if you follow my journey through the 7 Effects community, you'll know that I've been studying yoga. And hey Kate, and I'm almost completed my diploma of integral, I don't know if you say integral or integral, but anyway, it's yoga teacher training, and it's been an amazing experience. And at our mentoring class last week, my teacher, or the teacher, Linda, not my teacher, the teacher, that's one of the things, yoga. The guru, she would never allow herself to be called a guru, but she has a guru, or she did have, he's since passed. It's one lesson actually. In yoga we don't say my because that's ego, but we say the. So she's not my teacher or my guru, she's the teacher or the guru. But Linda's been talking a lot about trust, and she said, and this was interesting, I was telling Daya before, that you cannot trust anyone. People cannot be trusted. And a lot of the time we go, oh no, that's really harsh. That was your response, wasn't it?
Oh, at first, yes.
And then Daya asked a really great question, because Daya's an open-minded person who values learning.
Thank you.
She said, what does that actually mean? And what it actually means is you can't trust the human mind, because the human mind is never still. It's always chopping and changing from one thing to the other. You know, one minute I love you, the next minute I hate you. If you've ever been in a relationship, you'll probably want to experience that at some time. But one of the things about the human mind is because it's primarily programmed to protect, defend, and keep ourselves alive, that it's constantly chopping and changing out of fear a lot of the time. So it cannot be trusted. It doesn't mean though, oh hey Mum, my mum's here, look at that. Love hearts from Mum as always. She's such a loving mum. Thanks for joining us, Mum. But what we can do is we can have faith. So it's not like we need to go around now and go, I don't trust you, because that would be awful, and people will be like, oh, I don't really trust you then either. But we can have faith in the human spirit. And one of the great metaphors or analogies she used for it was like the tiger. You know, when we go to the zoo, we can't trust the tiger mind, even a trained tiger in the zoo, because of the tiger mind. Its primal instinct at any time, and this has happened, could turn and eat the trainer. It's not that we don't like the tiger, we still love the tiger, but we just don't trust the tiger mind. And that's really what she's talking about. So
makes sense.
When someone says something to you and you don't agree with it, or you don't even necessarily like it, particularly if they say something mean, just don't trust it. No, it's not true.
Shoot it off. Yeah.
Just throw that away with all those crappy books.
Yeah.
All right, so that's my little brain
like
takeaway.
that.
Isn't
That's
that
great. That
I
is
love
fantastic.
it. So that's not mine. That's actually, again, here's my ego. I'm obviously such an egomaniac. That's the brain takeaway, gifted to us all from the yoga philosophies, which is ancient, incredible wisdom, really, not just bending and stretching.
We'll have to hear a bit more going forward, Jodie. I love this.
Yeah. I'm going to start up some little classes once I'm completed around yoga philosophies and some asana and other things. So watch this space, folks.
Yeah, wonderful.
All right, well, now let's go over to you. I was trying to get the light right, Dave.
So, in the Life Design School, you can set your goals around all the 7 elements, but you also can focus just on the brain. So it's really great for me. I had a couple of goals in brain, but what I like the best is how we reflect on those goals or what we actually put in there. So one of my goals, for example, has been around, and they just quite a simple goal of body goal was around keeping up with my PT twice a week. So every 5:30 a.m. on Tuesday and Thursday I go down and meet him, and it's been fantastic. And for the first couple of months all we looked at was technique, and then we started to introduce weights. And
I like that he's taking it slowly.
Yes, because I've had an injury,
strength.
hence why I'm using this particular PT. But anyway, once we got into the weights, for all those who are out there and exercise, you get a bit sore the next day, and that's when I could probably use a little bit more yoga. But what actually happened to me, which was interesting, is because I've had a hip operation, I went into fear mode. So on the other days when I'm not doing PT, I normally do my own physio. But I stopped that because now I realise, reflecting back, I was fearful of injury. Anyway,
classic brain-body link here.
Yes.
They are very connected, aren't they?
So what I have reflected on and found that even though I might have a body goal, I actually need to work on my brain techniques to make it successful.
And this is why we do the brain element first.
Yes. There you go.
It all begins in the brain.
But good news, because I'm in the school and because I have gone through ultimate goals myself, I know I've reflected on that. I'm back on track. I've moved my physio appointment. I've got a little schedule back up and running. I was down at the gym this morning at 5 doing my own physio stuff, so back on track. So that was one little reflection.
And I'm sure that your NLP training, your diploma of modern psychology would have helped a lot.
Yeah,
actually.
well, it helps with the not only the self-talk. There I go. See, there I went, the cuckoo. But it also helps you to not just go through the problem over and over, repeat it in your mind. It helps you to stop it and look at some strategies of how you can change it
Absolutely,
as well.
And that's the key, transformational change. Look, Michelle said something for you. I'll read it out.
Okay, please. I can't read.
Dea is such a wonderful asset to the 7 Effect. She is, isn't she?
She's lovely, Michelle. Yes,
I know,
thank
and
you,
Michelle is too. You're an asset too. But she is. Dea is a legend. Host of the Ultimate Goals Club. Is it started yet?
With Kelly, yes. With Kelly.
No,
Goals
the Ultimate
Club.
Goals Club.
Yeah. We've had our first one. We did life design.
Yay.
It was fabulous. Yeah.
Yay.
Hello to anyone who's
Is it
out
too
there.
late if anyone did want to jump in?
Oh no, because the first one is no. By all means, I could get you have our own one-on-one and get you up to speed pretty quickly around the life audit, the 7 wonders. You'd be fine.
If you are stuck, seriously, you've got to get on board with something like that. The Goals Club is why Amy and I are where we are. And Dea did Goals Club with us for 2 years running. Now she's running her own.
Yeah, that's fantastic. Yes, because I did the lifestyle lifestyle business builder modules. I finished all those, which was absolutely fantastic and taught me from nothing to where I am now and how I could actually make that happen. So that's been fantastic. And another good brain goal, actually. That was one of my brain goals.
Yeah.
Yes.
So tell us about the book thing, because I thought that was pretty cool as well about the brain.
Yeah. So one of the other goals I had down this month was I wanted to review some specific areas around communication. And I know I've got heaps of resources, so I found this old book that was given to me back in 2007. And isn't it amazing? I don't know if anyone else has had the same experience where, how many years is that? that's 10, 8, 9, 11. Get the
She
counting
used to be
right.
a bean counter.
I used to be a bean counter. Yeah, I read the book again and I realised how different everything is. The pages all just seem different, and what I was reading was different, and I got so much more out of it. So I think that was a great brain reflection for me, that you can
when the brain grows and changes, you see things differently.
You do see things differently.
I found the same thing. There's a book called The Way of the Peaceful Warrior.
Ooh.
And it's a brilliant book, great story. I read it when I was in my 20s, and that's when I was a hippie backpacker travelling the world.
Had dreadlocks.
And I had dreadlocks at the time. And it was wonderful. I loved it back then, but I read it again in my 40s, and it was such a different book, and it had such deeper lessons, and I took so much more out of it. And I was like, is this even the same book? So big thing about the brain is, as it grows and evolves, you see more possibility, more opportunity. The fear starts to dissipate, and all the good stuff, and you soak up all the good stuff, don't you?
Yes, you do. And even that's where I could see things like NLP and coaching that were coming out of the pages, and I was just like, rightio. But when I would have read it the first time, I would have just probably washed over it, thought I was taking it in, but did I really take it in?
So you had a new level of interest spark up, so it became much more enticing, which is wonderful.
So I think that was a fantastic reflection for Brain Month for me as well. Yeah.
Hey, look at this, Dale. We're nearly at Brighton, Jodie.
I know, we've done well. I don't know how many steps you would have got so far.
Yeah, look out.
Jodie's doing you're going to check. She's doing it.
You'll know I'm really on the challenge.
Can you see? We're flying.
Oh, that's disappointing.
What is it?
It's only 5,500.
Oh.
I was hoping for like 20 million.
Well, we'll get 5,000 back on the way back, and that will get you 10,000.
I'll have my 10,000.
So, you have it.
Really
Plus,
early.
Jodie rode here on a gorgeous new bike.
I did.
You've got to give it a name.
Oh,
No, you don't have to, but it would be nice to name.
I do. I have to give her a name. I might ask the kids to do that. We have little Gracie, Jason's daughter. She went through a phase where she named everything Rosie. The vacuum cleaner was called Rosie. Every new doll we bought her was Rosie. So I'm going to ask the girls and see what they name her.
There you go.
It could be something like Fluffy or
I'm going to get on Fluffy.
Bella I'm going to get on Fluffy and go for a ride. I'm going to put it out there, and then I'll let the girls name the bike, because I'm sure they'll come up with something fun.
Wonderful, wonderful.
Wow, what a great morning it's been.
Okay, yeah, that was wonderful. Thank you.
It has. We should do this more often.
Why not? Yep.
And
get out of your comfort zone, get on that video.
Yeah, it's a great way to grow your business, by the way. If you are one of our Lifestyle Business Builder followers, or even just following us because you see that that's what we do a lot of training in around, getting comfortable with video, sharing your message, but sharing great content that people could value and find interesting. Little takeaways and tidbits is always fun.
Yes.
And when you do it with a friend,
it's even more rewarding.
It is.
Beautiful fresh air.
Yeah.
And we've got no shoes on, so we're getting grounded with the earth, aren't we?
We are. Do you know a lot about that? I read about that many years ago, but I've kind of forgotten the...
Lovely Elaine from our course.
Elaine from Choose Raw.
Yeah, Choose Raw, thank you. Yeah, when we went to the health retreat, every morning we woke up and she'd take off her shoes and just head down to the beach and
get grounded.
And there was a guy there.
It changes your electromagnetic frequencies through your body or something. There's some amazing studies done on it. Bare feet on the natural ground, ocean is the best. Yeah,
and there was a gentleman, you know how I always walk around with my computer, because one of my goals is not to have paper.
Yes.
And so I open up my computer to share some stuff with everybody. And on his iPhone, this app, and I don't know what it's called, so if anyone does know, please let me know, but he actually could put the iPhone next to the computer and tell you how much it was transmitting of the whatever rays that we're trying, now that we're getting out of our body.
Is that terrifying?
You could see it go walk away. I was like, oh, okay. But another thing I've done, sorry, that's okay.
We forget they're there.
We probably do, we're just chatting.
Away.
But I bought these awesome eyeglasses, Jodie.
Oh, yes, I saw.
Did you see that?
I need to get some of
and it's made a little bit of a difference.
Oh, that's great.
So, wearing them.
She's not a good salesperson. It's made a little bit of a difference.
It's made a big difference.
If you were on commercial TV selling those, it's made a life-changing difference.
Well, no, because in my mind I'm thinking the better way to do it is to get off your iPhone, get off your computer and get out down to the beach and do things. That's why I think that wording came out.
I know.
Yes, my eyes have been less tired. So there are unfortunately roles where you can't get away from being on your iPhone or your computer.
Right. Yeah.
So I was just looking at ways to eliminate that blue light.
Yeah.
Because it's quite fascinating to know how much it messes with your sleep.
Yes.
Oh, I'd really like to do more focus on the school around sleep. I've seen there's been a few people that have had
I met an amazing lady when I went and did the book writing retreat called Sveti, and she's the sleepologist, and she's got a book about sleep, and she's coming to Adelaide soon actually. I'm going to hook up with her, so I might bring her in and do an interview with her.
That'd be cool.
So yeah, that'd be great.
Sorry, I got off topic there. Easily done.
It is easily
done.
done.
What was it? The mind that...
The monkey mind.
The monkey mind, yes.
That's why it cannot be trusted. It's never still. But have faith. Have faith. Right. But we can lose faith in people as well. All right, well, we want to wish you all a happy Easter.
Should we turn around so they can see the...
Do this, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Is that what you want? Yes, this is where we are. Woo! I love living in Adelaide. This is just right on our doorstep almost.
Oh, it's so nice.
It's wonderful. It's going to be a beautiful Easter weekend ahead, I'm sure. Happy Great Friday, everybody. Are you allowed to say great?
You can say whatever you need to do. Remember, we told people no judgment.
No judgment.
Just off it
Don't
goes.
be a judgmental cow. Be accepting. Have no fear. It's great.
It is
Friday.
Great. It is great Friday.
Yeah. Happy Easter, everyone.
Yeah, happy Easter. Enjoy.
And make sure you do jump into Life Design School. I'm going to share this in there for your monthly goal setting and coaching with Daya and Kelly. Information and prizes, and it's a party, an absolute party. Oh, wonderful. Lee, loving the look of Adelaide. I think you should move down here, Lee. Happy Easter.
All right. Take care, everyone. Bye-bye now.